Okay, so I have to record this and then upload it. So be it. So, anyway, some of you out there seem to think, either through my own suggestion or statement or just through observation, that I may be smarter in the areas of love and romance. Because I've seen things and called things or done things or told people to do things which worked the way they were supposed to, and you weren't able, or someone else wasn't able to figure it out on their own. I want to set the record straight. I'm as stupid about love as everyone else. I'm not smarter. I'm not. I'm really not. I can't express that enough. And I'll tell you why. I fall in love with a girl who I'm over the moon for. I'd kill for this girl. I would lie, cheat, steal, set the world on fire, not piss on the Pope to put him out if he was on fire, watch every world leader in the world get terminated rather than save them myself, let aliens abduct the human race, minus this girl and a few other people. Just the worst things in the world you could think of for this girl. Like, I would be the most evil, horrible, ultra villain in the world if it made this girl happy. And recently, she broke up with me. And I was confused by this, because everything seemed to be going well. We didn't have a fight. There was no reason. Just the day before, we had said, I love you. We spent some time together. It made no sense. And it broke me. And it broke me because I wasn't thinking. I was just feeling. You see, I was in a world where I woke up, and after going to the bathroom, I was with her. And I was with her till either she went to sleep or I went to sleep. And then I went to sleep, or, she would go to sleep, whichever one wasn't already asleep. And then we'd both wake up and my world would start all over again. Like, that's how I would measure time. It really is. And I made that quote on my Snapchat. I measured time based on when I was with her and when I wasn't. And then one day, out of the blue, she ends it, right? And she ends it by saying that she fell in love with me. Which was confusing because, like I said the day before, she had said she loved me. So I was confused. I was ultimately very confused by this. Now, it took me some time to recollect myself. Because you see, when I first met her, one of the things that she fell in love with was my ability to size up a person, so to speak, emotionally. You see, Sherlock Holmes had the ability to size up a situation. He could see little details in the world and draw conclusions that were logical and form opinions and solve crimes, right? Now, this isn't a superpower. People in this world have had this power. Real people. Detectives do it all the time. You know, this is a power that therapists have as well. They can read your facial expressions. They say there's something like 52 different facial expressions which can be read to determine a person, right? What you're feeling, what you're thinking, what your desires are, everything. It's like palm reading, okay? And in a way, I have this because I can't read your face, okay? That's too much work. But when I look and listen and just focus my attention, I can normally figure out what a person's thinking. Now, I do have a margin of error here, okay? We're going to say maybe 12% margin of error. So we'll say maybe 88% of the time I'm right, alright? But that 88% time is normally enough that it kind of like excites people. It entertains people. They like this. And this girl was no different. She was turned on by it, which was great because I fell in love with her. And I guess I should have been scared because I've never loved anyone like this. But I wasn't. Right? I mean, I accepted it. And so things were moving along great. And then she ends it. And my world shatters. And after taking some time to put the pieces of my world back together, I started thinking. I asked myself, why did she do this thing? Why? And so I started trying to look at it from an emotional point of view. What happened? What caused an emotional response that led to her saying, I've got to end it. I've got to wrap this up. And I couldn't figure it out, right? I just couldn't find a situation in which her emotions would lead her to do something so self-defeating, right? Because, ultimately, there's nothing that comes from ending a good relationship when it's going good. You only do that if you're afraid it's going to go badly, if you're afraid something bad's going to happen, or, out of some kind of other, pre-action reaction, okay? And I followed this course of logic, but stopped because I reached an impasse because I couldn't figure out what event would lead to this. And then I got a puzzle piece out of the blue that explained it. We all have demons and skeletons in our closets. And this beautiful, amazing, wonderful girl has been tormented by demons and ghosts and skeletons in her closet that tore her down so badly that it just makes me want to light the world on fire and watch it burn. Okay? And I'm going to be more specific. As a guy, it doesn't hurt me to say this for the first time in my life. I want to watch, I want to literally, in the most horrible manner possible, castrate every living male on the planet and torment them with the removal of their own genitals because of what guys have done to this girl. And so this is what I'm fighting, by the way, guys. This is what I'm working against. So if any of you end up watching this video, because it'll be on my YouTube, obviously, just know that if you treat women this way, and I find you, I'm gonna hurt you. And I might go on hurting you until I end up in jail. Because mistreating a woman is not acceptable. Mistreating a woman is never acceptable. Mistreating anyone is not acceptable, but it's especially a woman. Guys, come on. Women bear children. Okay? Women have been the emotional rock that men have leaned on forever. Okay? Yeah, women want to come and do jobs that have been traditionally male. Get over it. There's no excuse for mistreating a woman. Anyway, so I finally just pieced this puzzle about these demons and ghosts that I knew about them. She was kind enough when we first met that she explained this to me. And I kind of put it in the back of my mind because I thought to myself, we're going to get through that. We're going to get past that. And we're going to get to a point where they can't hurt her anymore. Where they can't scare her anymore. Because we're going to work together, her and I. And she's going to see that there's a person in her life that won't let that happen ever again. But we didn't get there yet. And so I honestly believe that the reason she did what she did was because of these demons in her life. Especially a very big one, which is threatening to come back into her life soon. And understandably has her terrified. So it's for this reason I believe that she ended our relationship. Because she's afraid not only of what this demon might do to her, but I think she's also afraid of what it would do to me. And she's fearful that she might have to watch as I'm hurt and I'm tortured and even killed by this demonic entity. Now, what she doesn't realize is, what I don't think she understands is that I won't go down without at least taking him with me. I won't drop unless I'm taking it with me. I don't plan to go anywhere. I don't plan to die. But if dying is what's asking me, then that son of a bitch is going with me. I will never let that thing touch her life again. So now that I have that piece of the puzzle, it's starting to make sense, right? I'm starting to see clearly. As I'm seeing clearly, as it's making sense, all of a sudden, what she's saying and doing and how she's acting towards me is falling into line and making more sense. You see, I don't see any reason why when you break up with someone it has to be hostile and the end of, interacting with them. I believe, a friendship can continue even if a relationship doesn't. It just requires maturity and getting past the relationship, which is doable. Human beings can do this, right? But after some space, I said, look, we'll go back to just being friends. And she was actually okay with this. Except when it comes to being friends. When it comes to, just small talk and things like this. I noticed that she would push me away from these things as well. And it's at that point that I realized she's pushing me away still because she thinks she's saving me from something. And I'm not asking her to admit it, because I wholeheartedly believe she'll watch this video. I'm not asking her to change her mind and instantly go back to being a couple, although I would love it if she would. I'm making this video for one reason. I want her to know I'm not going anywhere. Now, I can't stop and force you to want to be a friend and interact with me. Nor will I try. I love you, and that's not fair to you. But even if I don't talk to you, even if we have no friendly interaction, and thus no interaction at all, I'm not going anywhere. And when your demons start threatening your life and threatening to come back into your life, I will be there to answer them. And I will stand up against them. And you can tell me all day long that it's not my job. You can tell me I'm not supposed to. You even tell me I'm not allowed to. You tell me no. But I'm an individual who's going to make up his own decision in his own mind. And so help me, I'm going to do this. You're not going to stop me. Now, what I would like for you to do is step back, allow me to do this, and allow me to show you that good guys and nice guys and decent guys exist. And this is what they do. And allow me to fight for you. until you feel good enough to fight back for yourself. And allow me to be your self-esteem, to be that voice in the back of your head telling you all the wonderful things about yourself until that voice is back in your own head. Because everyone in the world has it. And everyone in the world deserves it. Except for the demons and the ghosts. And I want you to know I love you. And I'm willing to stand here. And I'm willing to let you beat on me. And torment me. And torture me. And basically work to destroy me. Because I'm not those other guys. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna abuse you. I'm not gonna mistreat you. I'm not gonna run away from you. I'm not gonna turn my back on you. I'm not gonna leave you vulnerable. I'm not gonna leave you alone. I'm not gonna leave you to suffer and to hurt. And I'm not gonna leave you, and I'm not gonna let you fail. And if I have to be abused and victimized myself to show you that there are guys out there who won't treat you like you've been treated before, then baby, bring it on. 'Cause I'm not going anywhere. I got just 6 words for you. I'm still in love with you. And you may not want to hear that right now. You may be afraid of it right now. You may be afraid that me being in love with you will get me hurt or worse. But there's nothing anyone could do to me while I'm in love with you and while we're together, or if we get back together, that would ever break me. And there's no offer you can make, even God himself, that would ever take me away from your side. So I know you're feeling bad right now. I know you're feeling low. I know you're feeling like you don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to be safe. You don't deserve to be loved. You don't deserve anything good. And I know that you feel some kind of pain to hear somebody say otherwise. And God, I wish I could say this without hurting you. But honey, you do deserve those things. You do deserve love and happiness, and to have somebody who's there just for you. Who's there just to be there for you. Just to support you. Just to have your back. And I want to go back to being that guy. So if you can find it in you, even a little bit, to let me back in, I'll never do anything to lose that in you and to discourage you. And that's my soapbox for the night. So before I go, if you never let me say it again, I am in love with you, and I will help and I will work to keep you safe. And I will take care of you until you're good to take care of yourself. I hope that I can help make things better for you. And I hope we can get you through this. Bye for now.